boys and girls, hockey fans of all ages, hello and welcome into the Rockland Ice Rink for a rematch of a battle we saw earlier in the season. It is the South Shore Voc-Tech Vikings hosting the Abington Green Wave. As always, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Pleasure to be joined alongside tonight by Jim Dorman and Chris Pinola. Guys, the last time these two teams battled, it was a 3-3 draw. Back and forth action, some big hits inspired or impacted some big injuries, I should say, including Tanner Graydon, who's the starting goaltender for the Vikings, went down. Jim, you saw this early in the third period the last time. He came back to heroically make a few stops after the injury.
The most important thing there is that the team clamped down and really didn't let Abington get a lot of great shots at that point. So, and we ended up with a 3-3 tie, I believe it was, right? You know, so that's kind of what happened in that game.
Also in that game, Evan St. Martin was hit in front of the benches, and when he landed, he ended up spraining his AC joint. He's been back in action for a few games now. He was in to take the opening drop. He is centering Hunter Grafton and Jake Quinn. The second line for Abington is centered by Colin Crocker. Sam McDonald and Kevin Cashman are his wings. Campino is the third line center. Declan McCarthy and John McGrath are on his wings. Travis Swanson is centering Colin McDermott and Keegan DiMarzio dressing in place of Nick Harris tonight. The Abington defensive pairings, Ryan Tobin once again with Aiden Powers. Zach Buchagras is with John Halpin, and Eric Wilkinson is paired with Kevin McGlynn. The starting goaltender for the Green Wave is Spencer Merrick, who has started all 18 games for the Green Wave so far this year. He's got a save percentage of .913, Jim.
Certainly has had a lot of work, so gains confidence, and Mary comes across for his a big save, his second stop of the night, but that had goal written all over it, and he came right up and took it away.
Now let's get to why this game is going to be a big battle. Abington is ranked number 33 in the state as of the last rankings. The top 32 get into the tournament, so right now the Green Wave are on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, South Shore Voc-Tech is sitting at number 30. The winner of this game presumably locks up one of those last 2 or 3 slots. The Green Wave have one game remaining. That is on Tuesday afternoon against the Sachems of Middleborough High School. A couple of big games.
You can definitely tell that Abington's going to want to go all in for this game, seeing how it's the second to last. Yeah, they're definitely going to put up an amazing fight here.
The last time these two teams did battle, a 3-3 draw. Abington had 35 shots against South Shore Voc-Tech's 27. They drew even in the face-off dots, 64 face-offs, 35 wins for Abington.
I think South Shore Voc-Tech might have a little better momentum coming into the game. They lost their most recent game, but before that, I think they've been on a pretty good tear of wins and scoring quite a few goals. Maybe their last 4 or 5 games, while Abington is on a bit of a losing streak. So we'll see how that goes up, but we know they fought hard last game. And it looks like they are tonight.
Abington falling 3-2 to Pope John Paul II down in Hyannis. The Lions scored with 1.4 seconds remaining on the clock to come away with the victory. Now, Powers jumping over the stick was number 15, Tommy Jenkins, and he did not stick the landing. 12:40 to go in the first period, still scoreless. The Vikings wearing their home white jerseys. Abington is the visitor in this matchup. Gold trim around the green numbers lettering. The Green Wave in their visiting green jerseys with solid white numbers and lettering.
Abington's third line just getting a shift on there to start the game, early in the game, so we'll see how much they play.
They get Tobin absorbs the contact from Preston Chanel. A whistle and a stoppage. And that is hit number 1, guys, of what we expect to be a lot tonight.
You said Evan St. Martin had a good hit, got hit and put out for a couple of weeks. There was some good hitting in that last game.
St. Martin gets hit, taken down by Chanel there. Green Wave keep it in the offensive zone. Grafton shoots, and Tanner Graydon makes his first stop of the night. 12:01 remaining in the first period.
Bringing it down the field. 13, Alpin catches it. Oh, just shy of the goal.
The Vikings moving it ahead.
Bowman's bringing it over.
A little up and down action over the first period right now. Some quick action. Went for a little high stick, so we're going to get a whistle in the outside of the zone. Kind of an obvious high stick there.
Yeah.
Oh, how far are we going? We're going all the way down
All
to
the way.
the
Intentional.
The green wave. Yeah, I was going to say. I was like, why? Are you don't touch that puck. Right off. Green wave gets it out of the zone. Good follow up.
Cashman deflecting to Crocker, who was looking for the top right corner. It went wide. Cashman coming in. A hook is going to be called. And the game's first power play.
Patrick Venuti is off for hooking. 10:43 of the first period. See if the Green Wave can capitalize.
Walker hits it back to Butchgrass, who brings it all the way back around.
Cashman out to Butchgrass. He goes D to D over at Tobin, who is looking back for Cashman at the near side face-off dot. The Vikings
Good clear by
grab
Julian.
possession. Butchgrass will collect for the Green Wave. 1 minute to go on their first man advantage of the game. Evan St. Martin gains the zone, makes a nice move, takes it now forward to the goal line. Wraparound attempt.
Oh.
The net is off its moorings, and a stop with 47 seconds remaining on the power play.
Good try for the wraparound.
Yeah.
At the last game I was at with Spencer Merrick kept knocking the post up against Rockland. We'll see if we had seen more of that. It seemed to be just the way he was playing. His pads would do it almost automatically. But again, a good clear for the Vikings. Butchgrass back behind the net, trying to get this breakout play working, but the Vikings give it some good forechecking and they get the puck back. So not exactly the way you want your power play to be working, but just got to keep making those passes. Here we got a 2-on-2.
St. Martin gains his own, finds the puck now on his forehand, cross to Quinn, didn't connect. Aiden Powers keeps it in the zone. Now Hunter Grafton as we get back to even strength. Abington 0 for 1 with a couple opportunities. The shot to the near side post for Quinn it went off the outside of the apron. Now Powers sends it back down low. Grafton and St. Martin with a miscommunication. Now St. Martin takes 2 hits to move the puck over to Quinn. The Vikings dump it out into the neutral zone, deflected there by Aiden Powers, who then dishes out a big hit on Preston Chanel. That's going to be the battle, Jim. Chanel versus Tobin and Powers all night.
We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Good move now. Cole Sheehan shoots in on Merrick, who makes the easy glove stop and holds on for the faceoff.
He did the best he could.
8:02 remaining in the first.
It was Sheen against Abington right there.
It's a great catch by Merrick.
The Vikings win the offensive zone faceoff, and then a little miscommunication for Abington's defense. It eventually finds its way to Declan McCarthy. McCarthy takes the contact to send the puck around the boards. Campino gets harassed from behind. And stepping up and keeping it in the zone, or not, was number 13. That is John Halpin. Icing called here against the Vikings.
Again, the third line seeing some action, so we'll see how that's continuing. Some good players. I guess we're missing Jack Shea today, playing a little second line, third line.
Tobin keeps it in, launches it and scores! Ryan Tobin from the high slot with a wicked wrister.
Amazing shot by Tobin over there.
Hard to say if there was a screen, but Tanner Graydon is not too happy with himself on that one. Might like that one back.
That one
5-hole.
7:28 left.
What's funny is I told Ryan Tobin, I ran into him at a basketball game,
Yes.
and said, Ryan, you've got a hard slap shot. Nobody's going to want to get in the way of it. Step into one from just inside the blue line at the top of the slot and see where it goes.
Perhaps you inspired him.
And he said, watch for it Saturday.
Oh, okay. So, all right. We'll give you the assist.
He wasn't
So there we go.
Mad Dog, the assist on that one.
1-0 to the Green Wave.
4th star, maybe.
Colin Crocker gains the goal, launches towards net, sticked aside by Graydon into the netting.
That's nice. He'll come back. Neither team still has a backup goalie, so I don't know if he's not feeling, he has that bad, knee, maybe bother him again.
Yeah, it was one of those non-contact things the last game.
Yeah, there was no contact. So he just kind of maybe turned it the wrong way or something. And he had to try to tough it out for the rest of the game.
I ran into Tanner Graydon in the parking lot, said it's a recurring issue. It happens every once in a while. He's got a special brace for it. And it's nothing too serious. Quinn with an opening. He shoots and scores! Jake Quinn makes it 2-0 Abington with 6:41 to go in the first period.
Graydon is not too happy about this. Not too happy at all.
He was just flying in there, took that pass and wasted no time in getting the shot off. I think that's half the battle.
Jake Quinn and Ryan Tobin, the 2 goal scorers. The Green Wave.
Not a big man, but he can skate and shoot.
That is Jake Quinn's 11th goal of the season to lead the Green Wave in scoring. Now a spin around shot. It goes off the outside of the post. They had a small opening. And now the Green Wave back the other way, 3-on-2. Quinn finds it in the middle as Powers was hit down at the red line. Chanel dishes out a massive hit. St. Martin. And now Grafton on the far side. Sauces it over to Quinn, now St. Martin. We can tell South Shore Votech didn't like those 2 goals. A shot from the point from Buchagras finds its way all the way in on Graydon, and he made the pad stop.
That puck flew all the way over, up to Aiden Powers.
And now 2-on-1 developing for the Oh, what a stop by Merrick, sliding across the crease and on the backhand, second chance. And Merrick is going after Cole Sheehan. It's going to be one of those nights, fellas, old-time hockey.
So Blake? Well, Spencer did a great job staying with that play all the way through. We saw a lot of net there for a second, and he took it away, handled the rebound, but then we had some extracurricular activity afterwards. I don't know if he's going to get called for anything.
2 members of the Green Wave are headed to the box.
So he might get called for something. He's not going to have to serve it.
Tobin's just getting the explanation. It is, I believe, Powers in the box.
I love how he got over there to get that, though. That was like wide open net.
Yeah, he had that impeccable reaction time.
The Vikings had the opening. They saw it, Jim, from the near side wing.
I saw it. And
They
I saw
opted
one
to
earlier,
drive
too.
it down closer, and instead of shooting at the open net, they waited for Spencer Merrick to slide across the crease. A couple of phenomenal stops
in order
for
to
him.
do that, you got to be. He knew exactly. Like, it wasn't a desperation. He's like, I got to get to there. I got to get right now.
Yeah, he looked cool as a cucumber when he was sliding across.
I think that's one thing you see with Merrick is he's just kind of he's confident, and playing all this hockey, he's probably giving him a lot of confidence. I mean, that's one way to do it.
So out of all of this, I believe we're going to be even strength.
You would like him not to be getting involved in, let the defenseman, do that for you. Don't hit the guys back yourself when you're good.
Yeah, I think it was just an extra little stick tap, a little slash on the way past.
You got to keep cool out of those situations too, especially when you don't have any more goalies around.
We remain 5-on-5. The Vikings bench still getting an explanation. 5:46 remains in the first
I did see Colin Crocker listed as a goaltender in a JV game or something. I don't know if
he is the JV goal.
He is the JV goal, so he's, we can maybe give him a, well, hopefully we don't get to that. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with no backup goalie.
Crocker needs to take the face off and ping-pongs back. Jacob McAleer in the box for Ruffin. McDonald gains the zone, steps around the big hit attempts from number 21 Thomas Julian in the Green Wave. Possess a puck battle in the far side corner. 5:20 remains. And this is taken out by Jack Shantor. He gets leveled by Toby. Now Crocker dumps Green Wave chase. Crocker gets it from behind, and a penalty coming. The Green Wave will go on the power play with 5:01 remaining in the first.
I had my hand up on that one. I don't know.
He followed him all the way to the boards, Jim, and just cross-check from behind.
Sorry, Colin, but that was an obvious elbow.
Elbowing the call. Well, I thought they were going to call the hit from behind when Crocker went in. All right, so scratch everything I just said. The Vikings will go to their first power play of the game. They win the face-off, but it is quickly taken away by the Green Wave. Slapped back in deep by Alex Connor. And St. Martin sends it all the way down the river, 4:50 to go.
Right back it comes.
Green Wave keeping it on the good side of the ice if you're a penalty killer. St. Martin, Quinn, Buchagras, and Tobin are the penalty killers for the Green Wave. The power play unit is made up of Delaney, Alex Connor, Tommy Jenkins, Tyler Hartwell, and Robert Malinowski.
Wasn't Chanel that hit St. Martin the last game, was it?
I believe it was.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Little history there.
That would make
Chanel's
sense.
the big hitter on the Vikings roster. It was just an absolute battle all night between Powers, Tobin, Chanel. Buchagras got in the action.
The thing at this, I hate to say it, the division, you get so many mismatches out of it. You get guys that are barely 100 pounds, and guys get 180 pounds.
Collected by Tobin. He shoots it up and out. Cashman deflects the puck and then smartly gets back to the blue line and backhand swoops it back into the zone. Now sends it further deep. 1 minute to go in the South Shore Vikings power play. Sheehan deflects it. McDonald dumps it back to the offensive blue line. Sheehan at the red line. And now the Vikings gain the offensive zone. McDonald puts enough contact on Sheehan that he separated the puck. And it is deflected out by Crocker, or rather Cashman. It bounces off the netting in the corner. Tobin chasing. And
some good penalty killing by Cashman out there and the Green Wave right now. So.
34 seconds remain on the Vikings power play. 3:35.
I just love watching a guy that can stay with a puck like Cashman and just keep his feet moving.
St. Martin wins the draw, quickly taken off of his tape by number 8 for the Vikings, Jacob McAleer. Green Wave dump it back into the offensive zone. Now Quinn comes up with a turnover. It's lost in the skates of Malinowski. This will waste out the power play. There's only 10 seconds remaining in the man advantage. And then Quinn gets hooked. His wraparound attempt looking for St. Martin in front. The Vikings touch up and a slash is called. Will be 4-on-4 for 3 seconds. And then Abington will have 1:57 of power play time.
It's another opportunity coming up.
Malinowski called for the slash.
Hopefully Abington's not worn out from killing that penalty out. Buchagras wasn't too ready to get that puck.
Tobin on his backhand, stops behind Spencer Merrick. Out to St. Martin, deflected to Grafton, and he lost it. Chanel gathers for the Vikings. He sends it off of a stanchion at the red line. Indirect pass for St. Martin is taken by Chanel. 90 seconds remaining on the Green Wave power play now, 2.5 in the first period. Abington leads it 2-0. A rink-wide pass to Jake Quinn, who spins with it. Grafton fighting for it, eventually comes away with it, sends it over to St. Martin, who takes it forward to the goal line. Now St. Martin gets ridden into the corner and lays out Jackson Snyder.
St. Martin did come out of that fight.
Buchagras launches, looking for the deflection out in front. Grafton now shoots, and Graydon's on top of it. He covers for the faceoff. 53 seconds to go in the power play. 1:57.
There was a nice sequence of Abington controlling the puck from their own end all the way in. Would have been better if they could have made a better play out of it, but at least they got a shot off.
.157 remaining in the first period. Crocker in for the faceoff. That was won by Alex Connor for the Vikings, but Buchagras able to keep it in the offensive zone, rotates it down to St. Martin. He gets it over to Crocker. Crocker goes over to Buchagras, D to Tobin. He's got a lane, he shoots, it's deflected off of the stick of Connor into the protective netting. 35 seconds remain on the Abington power play.
A few penalty kills and stuff. A few people leaning on their sticks at this point.
Connor wins the faceoff. but Crocker deflects the clearing attempts and takes it beneath the goal line. Rotating with Crocker, now he sends it out to Tobin, D to Buchagras. He shoots and scores! Zach Buchagras from just above the face-off circle. It's 3-0 Abington, a power play goal.
It's like Sam McDonald was shaking up on the play. We'll see how that works out. Looks all right now. Hey, the puck's going in for Abington. What do you think about that?
3-0, 1:19 remains in the first frame. Buchagras, Tobin,
another CNI
Quinn.
puck.
One minute remains in the first frame. It's 3-0 Abington. You can't ask for a better start, Jim, from a team that, as you mentioned, has been on a little bit of a skid. And they need a win against the 30-ranked South Shore Vikings tonight.
They definitely, not the momentum I kind of expected given the recent history of these two teams.
Powers goes in direct over to Hunter Grafton.
But as this period comes to a close, sometimes these games have different winning periods. One team wins one, and the next team wins one.
Quinn takes the contact to get the puck into the offensive zone. It's deflected back to Campino. He dumps into the Viking zone, and they send it all the way down. Merrick will play it by design to avoid the icing with 10 seconds to go. Chanel steps up on it at the blue line and then gets laid out by Powers. It deflects out into the neutral zone. And offsides, I believe, is the call against the Vikings with 0.2 seconds remaining in the first period.
A good period for the Green Wave, although they've had left up a few good chances, but they've come away unscathed.
Spencer, the hockey sense of Spencer Merrick is just, it's one of a kind. He sees that there's no time left and wanted to vacate his net for the extra attacker, provided the Green Wave won the face-off.
Merrick's in the crowd here. They're clapping. They seem happy.
The buzzer sounds. The first frame has come to an end. It's 3-0 Abington, including a power play goal, the latest tally scored by Zach Buchagras. That is his 4th goal of the season. A fresh sheet of ice, Jim. If you are the Vikings, what are you saying in that locker room to come out and shake off that first period?
Say slow things down and make some good passes. Try to get the best opportunities you can in the offensive zone.
And now, Chris.
Yeah, I think the
pretty
Vikings.
Good period if you're the Green Wave. What are you saying to keep up the momentum?
I'm saying, honestly, Green Wave had a really good start. Vikings, I could definitely tell they were getting more and more definitely eager to beat against the Green Wave there. But I guess time can only tell how well the Vikings, if they can, beat the Green Wave today.
3-0 at the end of one. They'll put a fresh sheet on. We're going to step aside, take a quick break, and bring you second period action right after this. Hello and welcome back into the Rockland Ice Arena for second period action. It is the South Shore Voc-Tech Vikings and the Abington Green Wave. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside by Chris Pinola and Stormin' Jim Dorman.
I'm here.
The score is a decisive one at the end of the first frame. 3-0 Abington. Jim, 3 different goal scorers, including the last one from Buchagras on the power play. Quinn and Tobin have also had tallies tonight.
I have some different opinions on that, but the second goal I thought was a good goal. The other 2, maybe a little soft. Maybe a little first one definitely was soft. So, hey, I don't want to, giving my goalie friends a hard time, but
Tanner Drayton is just a sophomore. class of 2024 from Hanover. The Vikings wearing their home whites, gold trim around the green numbers and lettering. St. Martin, who has been a target all night, Jim, jumps around the contact there. Tobin likes to dish out a lot of contact.
I don't know what he ever did to these kids.
And offsides called. That was not offsides. Grafton got back across the blue line. The clock stops with 14:34 remaining in the second. A lot of hits, a lot of physicality. The goaltenders both getting a few extra swings anytime the puck is in their direction. Crocker ends up getting tangled up with number 8, Jacob McAleer. He was one of the big physical players the last time these two
that guy
teams
makes
met.
plays. I noticed that the last time.
Good move by Cashman. Crocker, it's a 3-on-1. Crocker shoots and it goes off the tip of the glove of Tanner Graydon. McDonald swings it back towards the slot and it winds its way to the half wall. Powers looking for the deflection from McDonald. It finds its way to the corner and now Powers has to let it go or it would have been played with a high stick. Ooh. Preston Chanel, a shot out of nowhere, finds the glove
Flashing
of
the
Spencer
leather.
Merritt.
Really flash that leather. I love to see a good glove save.
Merrick is making many quick time saves tonight.
Aaron DeCosta to take the drop. He wins it against Campino. Now it is Patrick Venuti swinging it out to the blue line, and it's a 2-on-2 for the Green Wave. Declan McCarthy gets pickpocketed by Julian. And now gathered in by John McGrath. Pino takes the contact, the puck along the half wall. Tobin stops it, and then able to be carried out through the neutral zone by DeCoste. He gets tangled up with Tobin.
He hit. Fires up the Abington crowd.
And Campino gets hit behind the play by DeCoste. McCarthy takes the contact in the corner, and that's going to be a penalty. Could be 5. We wait. South Shore touches up, and charging is the call. DeCoste in the box. It is a 2-minute minor for charging.
I think some of the Vikings fans disagree with the call. I'm not sure.
Some slight objections.
Slight objections.
All clean, of course. Buchagras, the one-timer, it is blocked down by Chanel.
Buchagras tried to grab it, but
number
Merrick.
4, Brady Hoffman. Tobin starting the breakout for the Green Wave. He gets across the red line and now gains the zone. He drops back to Evan St. Martin, across to Buchagras. Down low to Quinn. Quinn on the rotation, tried to get it across to the slot. Grafton has to get it behind the net. Looking for Quinn, short side, and it was blocked aside. Now towards net, St. Martin on the backhand. It finds the stick of Tanner Graydon.
That could have gone. I like the way they just kind of slowed things down and controlled the puck there. I think they almost lulled the Vikings to sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say, Abington had quite a lot of control behind that net, especially keeping the Vikings at bay.
1:21 remains in the Green Wave's power play, 12:05 in the period. Buchagras will get it back off the face-off win. He goes D to D, now sent the big triangle. Buchagras down low to St. Martin, who had it roll off of his tape, gets it back behind the net, now rotating Grafton. Backhands out to Tobin. Tobin across to Quinn. He shoots in. It's blocked by the leg of Julian. The Green Wave recover the puck. And then the Vikings slap it all the way down. It rides the dasher. Now Buchagras gathers for the Green Wave. Drops back looking for St. Martin. Chanel, a one-timer and a great save by Spencer Merrick. The opportunity coming from Cole Sheehan.
Merrick was ready.
Tobin gains
ready.
the zone. St. Martin on the near side half wall. He takes the massive contact. That could have been a charge as well.
St. Martin is taking a beating tonight.
Kuchergras backhands for Tobin. Stick save by Graydon. Shot ping-ponging around. Now a wraparound attempt. Grafton on the short side. He recovers. Powers shot. Blocked down. Cashman gathers in the rebound. A tie-up. We're back to even strength. 10:35 to go in the period. Cashman out to the blue line for Powers. Now down low for Grafton. Cashman. He gets edged off the puck. And Powers collects at the far side point. He goes in direct for Grafton. Grafton finds the lane, shoots, pad save by Graydon.
Oh.
The rebound into his catcher's glove.
Hey, they're
He
really
holds for the face-off.
Abington's looking good out there controlling the puck. I mean, they get some good chances. So they're coming right back at it.
I also like how they kept trying to make the same play over and over all the way. Bounce it back to Powers to the net, Powers to the net.
Yep.
.10:13 remains. Powers able to keep it in the offensive zone. Now collected by Hoffman forward of the goal line. He gets it out to DeCoste, who is fresh out of the box. Sets in far corner, McCarthy, the first player there. And Crocker's going to get called for an elbow. Jim, your thoughts on that hit?
Well, he had the arms up pretty high, so I don't know what he's, calling high stick.
I think it says high stick. They'll take back to the power play, their second opportunity of the game.
Just, it was a little.
A lot of aggression on the Viking side right now. In the audience.
Tommy Jenkins in to take the drop. He wins it cleanly, but out into the neutral zone, so the Vikings will have to tag up. They gain the zone now. Alex Connor taking it across the blue line. He spins it down low. Roughing the call on Crocker. Tobin scoops
I'm trying to figure out if
puck.
the crowd wants more than 2 minutes or what. They were not happy.
Heads up. It finds its way into the Green
It was
Wave
a high
bench.
hit. So, set him up pretty good.
1:30 remains on the Vikings power play. Center ice face-off coming.
We're sitting at 9:15 left in the second.
Quinn in to take the drop against Chanel. Chanel wins it back, and the Vikings will start their power play rush or not, as they can't gain clean entry, and Tobin scoops it all the way down the river. St. Martin, excellent stick play. He gets it up high and then has an opportunity out in front. He became the aggressor on Julian. A shorthanded goal for Jake Quinn. Nothing Green Wave. 1:07 remains on the Votek power play that has looked powerless tonight. They give up a short-handed goal to Quinn. It was all set up, Jim, by Evan St. Martin with a great slash down of the puck as it was flying past him on the half wall, and that directly set up Quinn's scoring opportunity.
Sometimes you can just tell something's going to happen, and there was a miscommunication between Graydon and his defenseman. I don't know if it was Snyder. They just didn't seem to know what they were doing as far as giving the puck to who, and he just got in there, and Quinn just said, I'll score. If you don't want the puck, I'll take it.
St. Martin definitely came in clutch there when he powered through that slam against the wall there.
Quinn's 12th goal of the season, Evan St. Martin's 10th assist. St. Martin scoops it off his backhand out into the neutral zone. 35 seconds remain in the Vikings power play. They slowly gain entry, and Tobin stands up in front of the shot. Buchagras steals it away and sends it all the way down. 15 seconds remain on the Vikings power play. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Sam McDonald now getting in the way of it. Sheehan gains entry. Sheehan working against Buchagras. And now McDonald finds a wide open Colin Crocker fresh out of the box. Crocker gets taken down, and the arms stay down. And now another penalty as was that Crocker again gets elbowed down in the corner. Abington will go back to the power play. Tobin taking exception with the puck. And now an unsportsmanlike is going to add to the power play time. So a double minor on, I think that's Preston Chanel. It is number 2, yes, the captain. The ref said enough of the jawing as Chanel made his way to the penalty box. He was trying to bait the Green Wave into a reaction.
I think he might have said something to the referee.
I think he tried to tell a bad joke.
It was a bad joke or something?
Chanel did.
I think, yeah.
Tobin and Sheehan getting the explanation. 7:31 to go in a wild second period. I believe the Green Wave are going to be on the power play for 4 minutes.
Funny when the referees make that misconduct call, they never just kind of like put their hands on their hips. You know,
that was emphatic. An emphatic. Similar to how a block is called in basketball.
If that's it, I don't want to make light of it. It's improper in a high school sporting event like that. So, anyway, I hope we can get on and get on with the second period at some point. See what happens here. The players seem to be working it out amongst themselves out there a little bit. Like, hey guys, come on, let's have good sportsmanship. Your hit was a little high too, I think.
Well, we knew coming in, Jim, it was going to be one of those nights.
Yeah, we did. We
lived up to expectation.
It wasn't that long ago we had this. All right.
Yeah, exactly halfway through the second period at 7:31.
So it is Tommy Jenkins also in the box, which would theoretically tell me that it's a minor penalty and a 10-minute misconduct to be served concurrently by Preston Chanel. And Jenkins is serving out the minor penalty.
Let's see if things quiet down here or I'll get worse. The hits are just too high. I don't know how you could not think you're not going to get a penalty when you go up to the upper body.
Well, when it gets to a point where people are flying at each other in the corner and you're putting health and safety at risk.
Out of control.
The ref's trying to get a handle on it. Chanel is the victim of that. Preston Chanel in the box. The big board's reading 2 minutes. It could be 5-on-3. Could be 5-on-4. Jenkins is also in the box. The Green Wave win the face-off. We will skate 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. So it is a minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. The roughing penalty is being served by Jenkins. The shot from Tobin in the high slot ended up getting deflected wide. St. Martin, Buchagras, Tobin, Quinn, and Grafton on the power play unit for the Green Wave. Buchagras able to save the offensive zone opportunity. Grafton collects, circles back. And he dumps it down the boards for Quinn. Back to Grafton, out to the blue line for Tobin. He has to backtrack a few steps to get it. And he feathers it over to Buchagras, who kicks it back into the zone, and the Vikings able to send it all the way down. That kills off the first minute of the minor penalty. Backhand shot ramps up into the corner. St. Martin spinning around to get away from the contact coming from Connor. And Tobin starts the breakout. He gains the zone, deeks towards the middle of the ice. Grafton across the slot looking for St. Martin's one-timer.
That could have been a really nice play. That was a good try.
Now Tobin steps up on it. He gets some contact. St. Martin recovers possession for the Green Wave. 25 seconds in the power play. Grafton rotating with St. Martin out to Powers. Powers down low for St. Martin, out to Grafton at the far side half wall. Back to Powers at the blue line. D to Buchagras. Back to Powers. The shot deflects wide. Quinn has the rebound, hop his stick as we will get back to even strength. The Vikings send it all the way down. Chanel remains in the box for the misconduct. Powers sends it around the dasher up for Sam McDonald. Cashman deflects it back to McDonald. McDonald shoots into the glove of Tanner Graydon, who holds for the stop with 5:13 remaining in the second period.
Good control again on the power play, just couldn't get the right opportunity, I guess. Get some pretty good skilled players out there, that's good.
The last man into the party is James Hoey. Steered aside by Graydon. Hoey takes the contact from Powers, and now McDonald chases it to the far corner. McDonald, the spin move to keep possession for the Green Wave. Halpin couldn't keep it in at the blue line, now gives it up to McDonald. McDonald gains the zone, and taken away by Jacob McAleer. 2-on-1 for the Vikings. McAleer backhand pass over to Hoey. It didn't connect. He was getting harassed by Sam McDonald. 4.5 to go in the second, and another penalty is coming. It's been a parade to the penalty box, and it will continue.
Again, just kind of obvious situation. You do that, you're going to get a penalty.
Powers is the offending party.
I don't think it's, you're going to hit the guy in the back of the head with your glove. Maybe in the NHL sometimes they let that go.
Yeah, you kind of tell this is going to happen at some point due to the rivalry between the Vikings and the Green Wave, and it has definitely been very apparent.
And you know, their locker rooms are directly next to each other at the top of a set of stairs here at the Rockland Ice Rink.
Definitely will not help conflict.
I hope we'll have to have, maybe the police officer will stay around.
Whatever goes on in there.
And the thing is, guys, a lot of these guys play club hockey together. When they're not doing combat on the ice.
They look. I can see they know each other.
It's like they flip a switch when they enter the glass here.
Is Mr. Paraxis here tonight? I haven't seen him.
I don't believe so, because it's technically an away game for the Green Wave.
Oh, so they don't have to do a croc. Oh, you're right. That's good.
Cashman got that puck out of there.
Sheehan spins back with it. Cashman, very wise on his stick, forces the Vikings to take it all the way back behind Graydon. 1 minute remains on the Vikings power play. The Green Wave scoring a shorthanded goal in the last man advantage that the Vikings had. Sheehan swing and a miss.
Really good play by
sliding
Buchagras.
into the ref. And Tobin's going to get called for contact from behind here. A hook called on the Green Wave captain. The parade continues. The Vikings will have a 5-on-3 for 38 seconds.
Wow. I tell you, that was a good chance right there. I don't know if it was Sheehan, but Buchagras got his stick under his stick right at the last minute. I like, he's a good, solid, focused player, that Buchagras. I like to say his name, though. Buchagras. You know what's good is Buchagras and Tobin out at the same time. I like that. They work well together.
Well, now the Green Wave are in a little bit of trouble, Jim, because the entire top defensive pairing, Tobin and Aiden Powers, are both in the penalty bench.
Two good defensemen in the box. It's going to put some pressure on the other guys. We got Halpin. So much he can help us.
Buchagras, of course, the nephew of the ESPN anchor and hockey commentator, John Buchagras.
What's the relation?
Uncle.
Uncle. That's cool. Well, so far, you know.
Of course, the Cashmans have some rich bloodlines in the hockey world as well.
Oh, yeah.
Gaining the zone is Malinowski. He lost an edge, and the Green Wave able to send it down. We are back to 5-on-4. Halpin is the first man in. Halpin buzzing around the offensive zone, wasting time off of Tobin's power play. And the Vikings have a 2-on-1 opportunity to pass a shot. Oh, what a glove save by Spencer Merrick!
What can you say?
Tommy Jenkins thought that no glove would be a good idea, and Spencer Merrick says, I own this rink, and that ain't gonna fly.
Stop making saves like that at this point in the game. You're gonna be feeling like they can't get anything past me. Like you say. What did you just say? I own this rink. I like that.
Well, Spencer Merrick does. They're going to put his name on the outside of it.
The Merrick Arena.
They got to put his name on that goal because he's not moving from it.
He's a sophomore. Is he?
Junior.
Oh, sorry. He's a junior.
Backhand attempts on the wraparounds goes through the crease. Powers keeps it in the offensive zone. We're back to even strength.
Wow, they killed it.
1 minute remains in the second period. The Green Wave have put up the only goal of the period. They lead it 4-0 over the South Shore Votek Vikings. Sam McDonald off the glass looking for Crocker. It is icing against the Green Wave with 48.9 seconds to go.
Did I mention that I played hockey with Hunter Grafton's uncles, Steve and Mark Salvucci, who starred for the Fort Wayne Comets in the East Coast Hockey League back in the day. Kid comes from a long line of hockey greatness.
Malinowski in to take the drop against Quinn. Quinn won it. 40 seconds and rolling here in the second. Powers, indirect self-pass. Quinn, possession behind the net. Merrick sticks it aside. And now St. Martin slings it out to Grafton, who backhands into the zone. 25 seconds remain in the period. Powers sends it back down low. First guy there is Jackson Snyder. Someone lost a mitt. Quinn looked for the Quinn wraparound, as we were told it was called. He shoots from borderline no angle, and more often than not, it finds its way home. The Vikings dump it all the way down. One goal put up in that period. It was by the Green Wave. The score is 4-0. Jake Quinn getting his second, Jim. Very physical, very emotional out there. Of course, it's senior night here for the Vikings. The refs doing their best to keep a lid on it. What do you think we'll see in the third?
Ooh, what do we see in the third? I think we're going to see more of the same. Well, no, it might be. I think it's going to slow down. I just think Abington's going to control the game more and just take it home. I'm not saying that as a fan. I like the way they're controlling the puck. I like the way Merrick's playing in net. They're passing it around well. Good stick handling. I don't know. I think it's going more their way.
And Chris?
Yeah, I kind of just want to build off of that. Abington's had great control over the puck this whole time, pretty much, and that's definitely been making the Vikings more and more eager to try and push forward, to do better. But nonetheless, they are still providing a great performance tonight, but so far being outmatched by the Green Wave.
4-0 at the end of 2. 15 minutes will decide it. The two goaltenders have made some phenomenal stops. Spencer Merrick with some highlight reel saves. They'll have to remain solid in the third period. Abington leads at the end of 2, 4-0 over the Votek Vikings. I'm going to step aside, take a quick break in. We'll have that third period of action for you right after this. Hello and welcome back into the Rockland Ice Rink, also known as the House of Spencer Merrick, for third period action between the South Shore Votek Vikings and your Abington Green Wave. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Chris Pinola and Storm and Jim Dorman. Jim, there has been a storm in the Abington crease, and it has been weathered very nicely by the junior goaltender for the Green Wave,
He's
Spencer
been there
Merrick.
when they needed him to be. I don't think that they're really peppering him all over the place, but they've had some good chances, and he's made some great saves. But if South Shore wants to get back in this game, they got to get some good sustained offense going.
They have missed the presence of Preston Chanel, who is still in the sin bin, serving out the about 3 minutes that remain on his misconduct. Tobin takes it down low, crosses to the middle, and it was in the low slot. The net has come off its moorings.
Yes.
The notoriously light work that the light load that these posts can handle.
Just don't know how important those little pins are in the net until you see the thing going off left and right.
Quinnen to take the drop. He wins it over to Grafton. Grafton tried carrying towards net. The Vikings separate the puck. Tobin attempted the jump, but it was over his head. Icing called here against the Vikings. John Halpin was the first player to get back.
Icing. That's when the puck goes down there, hand goes up, and then ref goes. That was a slap shot reference if you didn't get that.
One of the stars of Slapshot participates in some of the Boston Bruins alumni games. They'll be here. The Bruins alumni, that is, twice, as Merrick steers another one aside.
Yeah, Steve Carlson's actually, one of the Hanson brothers is actually undergoing chemotherapy right now. So
McDonald has a semi-break and then finds it. His shot goes wide, deflected. He gets back the rebound. Looking back door, it's ping-ponging around, and Graydon finds it in his glove. Yeah, the Bruins alumni will be here at Rockland Ice Rink twice. They'll face off against the South Shore Votek Vikings hockey alumni, and then against the Hug Foundation All-Stars later in March. The Vikings clear the face-off all the way down. Aiden Powers is the first to get there. He sends it off the boards. It is taken there by number 10. And another penalty is called as Jack Chantelier was taken down on the far side half wall.
Yeah, contact with Powers there, but I really
Well, they're not going to say a penalty here.
didn't really see.
What did it look like? Did it look like a leg injury? Or he hit the wall pretty hard there?
It just took the contact from Powers. Powers, big body, he can throw the weight around. He's also a linebacker on the football team. Chanticleer got the worst of the contact. Now it is Malinowski behind his own net. To the near side half wall for Jenkins. And now Darren DeCoste gains the zone. Chipped away by Buchagras. DeCoste takes the contact to get the puck to Chanticleer, who is, or rather that's number 12, Jackson Snyder. Kept in is number 21, John McGrath. Eventually called for the offsides. The Green Wave have been bit by the injury bug as of late. Jim, as you alluded to earlier, Jack Shea is on injured reserve, as is Callie Pino. Callie's got a broken wrist, and Jack Shea got his ankle messed up pretty bad in one of the last matchups. Another penalty is coming. Interference will be the call against John Halpin. The parade to the penalty bench continues. South Shore Voltech back to the power play with 12 and a half minutes to go in the third period. They are 0 for 4 so far, I believe. And the Green Wave have put up one short-handed goal. Connor couldn't keep it in the offensive zone. Tobin gets it as far as the red line, now chases down near side corner. Swings it all the way back to the blue line where Hartwell pinched it off. The shot went wide from Sheehan. And now Jenkins on the far side half wall. Out in front, and Quinn finds the loose change and gets a short-handed shot from 200 feet away. As Graydon had to put a stick down. 1 minute and 20 seconds remain on the Vikings power play. Off the very top of the glass.
Yeah, that just stayed in.
From Buchagras, the Vikings gain the zone. The shot, blocker saved by Merrick. It came from Jacob McAleer. Now Buchagras racing to the rebound against James Hoey. Hartwell tees it up.
Caught by Merrick.
No screen. Easy stop for
Might have been
Spencer
a
Merrick.
slight deflection, I think would be a better way. But again, yeah, solid stop. Ho-hum.
These two
Ho-hum
teams
for Merrick.
fighting for the last couple of playoff spots. The Green Wave are currently sitting at 33. The Vikings at number 30. Votech is 10-4-1. The Green Wave 5-12-1, but it's all about who you play and who they play. The MIAA's new statewide power rankings tool. If the Green Wave slot in at number 32, their first game will be against the Norwell Clippers. Not really a fair matchup.
Oh yeah, that should go well.
If they get to number 31, they'll face Sandwich.
Do you believe in miracles?
Last year they drew them 3-3. So I'm saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
Sheehan behind the net. Deflects back Hoey around the boards. Buchagras.
Sheehan, another great hockey name. She-Cat was a great player from Weymouth, Mass.
Sheehan finds the far face-off dot for Hoey.
Another Hunter Grafton cousin or uncle, something like that.
Sheehan spinning. Down low. Patted away by Merrick. It was going behind the net anyway. We're back to even strength. And Preston Chanel is getting ready to come out of the box. How about that? Buchagras dives down to stop the puck. Merrick tried to seal it.
Vikings are fighting for this.
A few of them.
Oh, but Abington breaks free. Oh, no, maybe not.
Tobin dumps it into the zone. Chanel out of the box at the next stoppage. We'll see if he's cooled off a little in his little sabbatical to the sin bin. St. Martin swiping at it. It goes back to Powers in the neutral zone. The Green Wave tag up. Chanel realizing that this has been a long stretch of continuous play and it probably isn't ending anytime soon, sits back down in the penalty bench. Now it is Quinn looking for Halpin. St. Martin spinning with it, and it deflects away. Halpin regathers. He was looking for Grafton at the point. Swept by Powers to regain possession. He's able to artistically keep it onside. St. Martin slashes it away from one of the Vikings on the far side half wall. And then the Vikings able to separate it, and just missing on it was Halpin. Powers the first one there. He backhands it around for John Halpin. Halpin himself missed a couple games this year with a broken arm.
Oh, maybe that's why I haven't seen this much. Halpin and Grafton just seamlessly switched positions a minute ago, if you noticed that.
Quinn dumps it down far low, tries the wraparound. The pass intercepted by Jenkins. Icing waved off, and Chanel is still stuck in the box. His 10-minute misconduct was up about 5 minutes ago. And there's been a very long stretch of continuous play. Brady Hoffman behind the net. Gets it over to John Delaney.
Powers bumps it back.
Intercepted by Campino. He dumps it back into the zone and then deflects the clearing attempt that came from Tyler Hartwell. Out in front for Campino. Another stop for Tanner Graydon, and he covers. Chanel finally able to exit the box with 7:43 remaining. We'll see.
Going right out.
Yeah, Chanel got a rousing cheer from the Vikings student section.
Yeah, it's been the energy level on the Vikings side has been pretty low for quite a while. It seems to have ramped up a bit.
Sheehan off the face-off. He's on the ice with Chanel and McAleer, the forward line.
And
Merrick, another save.
I like Merrick covering because you don't want anything. Just slow it down. They've been controlling the puck well. Got a 4-goal lead. Don't do anything dumb.
Sam McDonald dumps into the offensive zone. We are halfway through the third period. It is 4-0 Green Wave. Hartwell intercepted by Cashman. He softly feathers it towards net, and Graydon will cover.
Cashman's got a very good Bruins-related name, but he reminds me more of Derek Sanderson back in the day, who was a great penalty killer as well. Good skater.
Of course, Derek Sanderson's keys to the game, the key to any good hockey game. Key number 1, score more goals than the other team. The Green Wave have accomplished that so far tonight. Key number 2, constant forechecking. The Green Wave have accomplished that so far tonight. And key number 3, of course, the most important, sharpen your skates, because, man, I'll tell you, Jim, it's a sheet of ice out there.
Oh, it's slippery ice. I don't know if you've ever been on it, but it's kind of slippery.
It is, especially when they put a new sheet on at the intermissions.
You don't want to lose an edge.
Right off of Cashman's skates.
Looking for Crocker. Instead out to Tobin. Tobin looking for the deflection, and it wound its way to the far side of the crease and out. Now gathering is Malinowski. Chipped out Tobin, gathers, goes back to Grafton.
I'm impressed the Green Wave came up with such a strong game, after a few losses they've had.
The heartbreaker on Wednesday down in Hyannis against Pope John Paul, and another penalty coming to the Green Wave here.
Okay.
Elbowing, I believe, or perhaps roughing will be called on Hunter Grafton.
Oh, Hunter.
It is a rough.
His uncle Mark was a bit of an enforcer with the Fort Wayne Comets, but his uncle Steve was a goal scorer, so maybe probably get the best of both worlds.
There's Grafton is.
But right now he's in the penalty box.
7 assists.
Oh, okay, all right.
Shot deflects up and over the crossbar. Merrick got his stick on it. Cole Sheehan in the far corner. 0 for 5 on the power play tonight are the Vikings. They've given up a shorthanded goal to Jake Quinn. And Preston Chanel, who has spent much of this game in the penalty bench on a misconduct. Turns the puck over to Quinn, in with a whole head of steam. He shoots looking for the far post, and he was just wide. Buchagras now sends back to the captain, Ryan Tobin.
I think he had an extra gear there. That Quinn just turned the jets on.
Chanel edged off by Tobin. St. Martin comes up with the puck. His clearing attempt eventually finds its way to the red line. Gathered there by Brady Hoffman. Now Sheehan gains his own. Softly feathers it into the gut of Buchagras. And then Quinn getting in the way of it. It's a foot race. Quinn gets it, but he was pushed down from behind.
He went into that wall pretty fast there.
Now Powers deflecting it up, and the big defenseman will carry it to the blue line before dumping back deep. Chanel gathers the puck with 35 seconds remaining on the power play. Tobin gets shoved down from behind by Sheehan. Merrick sticks it aside. 4:15 remains in the third period. The Green Wave have a 4-0 lead. Another blocked shot for Cashman. And then Sam McDonald finds the loose change and dumps it all the way down. Cashman holding up against Hoffman to keep the puck in the offensive zone. 5 seconds to go on the power play. John Delaney gains entry, shoots, glove down by Merrick, and then McDonald tripped up. The arms stay down. Cashman takes the puck away. A turnover committed by Jackson Snyder. Now it's McDonald. McDonald ridden down again. Sam McDonald, the 8th grader, throwing his body around and absorbing a lot of contact. Back to even strength. 3:20 remains in the third period.
Yeah, I'd say he's given up about 80 pounds to Chanel. I just don't think it's fair, man.
Out in front, deflected away. The rebound attempt goes wide. Powers.
Maybe that's a bit exaggerated. You can tell Merrick's still intense out there. He's not giving up. He's not letting up.
Alex Connor, the last couple opportunities for the Vikings.
Very different game than we saw a few weeks ago.
Halpin off the boards indirect for Declan McCarthy. McCarthy was looking for the transition game. Instead, it's back to the defense. Buchagras looking indirect for number 21, John McGrath. Pino deflects it into the offensive zone. And a turnover to McCarthy right at the hash marks. Could have been dangerous. Buchagras keeps it in the offensive zone. It is blocked aside by John Delaney, who's now trying to get a 2-on-1 with Connor. Connor's shot deflected wide. McCarthy grabs the loose puck, and now Campino spinning with it. McGrath able to get it over to Halpin. Rather, McCarthy, who dumped it in on Graydon. 2 minutes remain in the third period. The Green Wave lead at 4-0. Buchagras backhands it back down to the corner for John McGrath. And now Sheehan able to carry it through the neutral zone. He carries now into the Green Wave defensive zone with about 95 seconds remaining. McGrath softly backhanding it down the ice. No icing.
Looking pretty good for Abington out there right now.
Sheehan with some steam. Works his way behind. Cycles out to the far side half wall. Dumps it off the boards. McAleer behind the net looking for Sheehan, who spins it towards net. Quinn out to Grafton. One-touch passing. Quinn got taken down. He lost his stick. The arm stayed down. And he would have had a breakaway if his stick was not sent 25 feet in the air. Two Vikings collide. Sheehan uses the long reach to gain possession. Shot, easy stop off the pads for Merrick. Now it's Hartwell, intercepted by Quinn, and the Green Wave have a 3-on-2. Jacob Quinn.
30 seconds left.
Poked away. And now it's Preston Chanel. His shot blocked away by Tobin's shin. And the Green Wave send it all the way back down. Missing was Malinowski, and that should kill off the game. Sheehan, one last rush, gets edged off by McDonald. Tobin off the boards. The buzzer sounds, and Spencer Merrick has put up a shutout here over the South Shore of Oak Tech Vikings. 4-0 the final score. Jake Quinn, another 2 goals tonight, Jim. He has led the Green Wave in scoring all season long and continues tonight. He's got actually Tobin's game winner, the first goal of the night from the high slot. Who do you got for your player of the game?
I was just thinking about that. It's kind of tough. I'm going to go with Quinn because I just like the way, I think, although Merrick made a lot of great stops and kept them in there early, I don't think he was challenged as much as he might have been. I'm going to go with Quinn getting the 2 goals.
Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Merrick with this one. He was in the game today. He knew what he was doing. He had his mind to the game. He definitely was watching it with those multiple great saves that he had.
Hey, shutout. You can't argue with that.
Can't argue with
I could
the
argue,
shutout.
but shutout is big. You don't get too many of those.
So the teams handshake at center ice. That part of COVID's over, thankfully.
That's good.
4-0 the final score from the Rockland Ice Rink tonight. The Green Wave defeating the South Shore of Oak Tech Vikings. They might find themselves back in the top 32. They have 1 game remaining, 1 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon at Bridgewater Ice Arena against the Sachems of Middleborough, a familiar opponent for the Green Wave. A win there will definitely get them in the top 32. But until next Thursday, they've got to wait with bated breath. 4-0 the final from Rockland tonight. The Green Wave defeat the South Shore of Oak Tech Vikings. I want to thank you for watching this production of Abington Community Access and Media. I want to thank our cameraman for bringing you the sights and sounds from Rockland tonight, Mike the Postman Simmons. On behalf of my broadcast partners.
He always delivers, that guy.
Always.
Always, yeah.
On behalf of my broadcast partners, Chris Pinola, Storm and Jim Dorman, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We will see you next game.
Bye-bye.